It's microwave safe.
Well, how do you know?
Huh?
Well, how do you know?
I read it.
Michael, why did you do that? Ow. I broke my lip. Andrew. What you making to eat? Huh? What? What, Jesse? Yeah. We gotta find out what we're making and cook and everything and what we need to say. And everything we gotta say and everything. After she finishes the block. Mm-hmm.
What's up, Robert?
Please tell me you're not gaming on this. Are you gaming on this?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Let's get this thing stretched
Oh,
out.
I'm gonna eat all the chocolate bars.
Okay. Robert, you're in here. All right. All right. Shoot me some tickers if you want. In the meantime, we'll just start kind of grinding out a couple ideas. I'll just make one big. Just kind of go down the list here. Lulu is one. Let's see. What's going on, Connor? I need to redo that one. I don't want to mess with making it luscious yet. Let's just do this. All right. I'll just start with Roku and kind of go through. If you have any suggestions, go ahead. Shoot it in to the YouTube chat so I can don't have to go back and forth too much. Roku was a clean break above previous highs. Let's go to the yeah. I think it did break new highs and held with volume. That's extremely strong. It's not really up in the aftermarket. Yeah, 17% day. That's awesome. If you have a Peacock deal with Comcast, gets Peacock ahead of rivals and gains streaming leverage. Interesting. Okay. So definitely fundamentals play. so people see value for sure. So let's just we'll just mark previous high. What was that? 185.44, close enough. And then I don't really have to mark anything higher because 190 obviously be the next psychological. We had a little bit of volatility coming in, and this is matching coming into earnings here. Looks like so that's always good. Man, that's some big volume. Definitely something to look at. Zoom was another one that had an excellent day. Lord, man, I just missed this one. That's okay. About the same in after hours. So obviously, again, same thing. Anything over the highs. It's probably a great day trade. There's not really much to talk about on these two. They're just excellent plays. You missed it if you didn't get in above the highs here of Friday. So if you weren't in probably then, you probably missed the whole thing, honestly. DocuSign. I'm honestly shocked that is way down here. And then obviously it looks like earnings was just not as good as expected. And it's just been selling off. That or profit taking, because I think that this one's had a pretty solid run. Yeah. I mean, man. COVID comes in, and then it just literally just such a good COVID stock. What is that, a 400% run in 4 months? So that's profit taking. So let's get up here and just look for all this consolidation up here. We can kind of use these previous highs as a milestone, and then anything above. Gosh, honestly, anything above 215 will be a really good buy. I'm just gonna go ahead and set an alert there. 215. Look for longs. Nothing yet. Nobody has any tickers that they want to take a look at. Just keep refreshing the chat. Apple? Absolutely. Apple, man, looks like Apple got beat up. And equity play? You bought the stock? Okay. Did you get a profit out of it? All that put? Okay. Yeah, today was an interesting day. It was an ugly one, but man, Apple, not really much to talk about. We need to. What's happening here though is that let's just remove these because they'll come back and play, but obviously we need to get back above 110 here and hold. Holding above 110 would be nice. I've been talking about Apple for a minute. I said after these 3 days here, I really thought it was just gonna sit here and chop for a long time. Because I mean, when we look back again, same deal. And this is a big stock, right? Like COVID time, pre-COVID time. Obviously, these are pre-stock split numbers or post-stock split numbers, but $80 sold off in COVID, bottomed out, and it made, although like still not horrible because it just got the low, probably lows of previous year, which is not horrible. And then from there has a the biggest market cap stock in the world ran up almost 300%. So not, I would hate to say that it's dead, but we've seen the profit taken for sure. We've seen people okay with getting out. So we it may be a little bit of time for some big buyers get back in. So selling the put? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so you're selling it for a premium. Okay, that's actually really freaking good. It's probably an excellent strategy, especially if you want to own the stock. Um, we're in the premium zone right now, where the volatility is going to be so much of the price. So yeah, excellent play. So even although I'm not a huge fan of doing weekly, uh, selling weekly puts, if it's your plan to buy the stock there, then absolutely buy weekly puts over and over and over again. Let's take a look at some of these. So let's say we do a one standard deviation. $1.02, which honestly, I think you'd be okay with even getting in like at a 105, because it's still in the range. It's still in. It wouldn't suck. It wouldn't suck to sell a 105 put for $1 credit. You'll probably get the stock, but you're getting $1 for it. You're getting. It don't suck. It doesn't suck. And if you don't really want the stock, then you can reach out to these one standard deviation. Even probably your best bet, since it's the most liquid, is out here. I mean, even all these are liquid though. Like, my gosh, 20,000, 6,000, 6,000. All these are liquid. So you could sell any of these in here and collect premium. And even if you don't get it, well, you still got money. How much does it cost? Let's see. $1,000 in buying power. I mean, you don't really have the max. Well, no, your buying power effect is 1,000. Your max loss, quote unquote, is 10,400 if Apple goes bankrupt. And I mean, the odds are horrible. So as long as you can buy 100 shares, it's a good play. I like it. I don't think there's really much here yet. We we'd really have to see it above 120 for some like upward momentum moves where we can actually buy some calls or kind of go long, because this would break. This is a nice break. I doubt it. Not this week. I mean, definitely you want to keep your alert set up here, so we'll go ahead and do that at 125. Look to go long. DG. Yeah, no, this thing's been on its tear, but the problem is that it's a slow one. man, this thing's been in a squeeze forever. It's such a grinder. The premium's good too. Let's see, what? How much can we get here for? It's not the greatest time to sell it just now, but let's say we sold a one standard deviation right now. Although again, it's not great. This thing could stay in range though. That's the good thing. This thing could. So we could probably do a nice little strangle in this, honestly, and be. This would be a great play for a strangle if you have the buying power for it. So let's see. Anything below 90 is safe on the put side, and then of course we just kind of got to use our. Yeah, that's good. So we could sell 190 and then just get our normal one standard deviation on the call side. So we can get a strangle for 250. Obviously, we're not trying to get the full 250 if we're. It don't suck. It don't suck. It's a great play. You're wide enough. You're. Selling one again. Yeah, obviously Tesla has just absolutely sick implied volatility right now. On the weekly, you said 600. Jeez. Let me check that DG real quick. So about 10% return on that Dollar General. So you can get, like, let's say if you get a dollar out of this strangle, roughly 4% return in like a week off of just theta decay. Which that'd be good. I like that Dollar General play. I might write that one up. I'll think about it. I'll just save it. Okay, now let's see. We were talking about the 375 selling. I bet this has got to be like stupid. Yeah. Gosh. I mean, that is just not. Man, I don't know. It's a good play. 75. Man, because we could just see such a. It could take 2 days to get there, no problem. I don't know. I don't think I would be willing to do it unless I really want it. I was okay with owning 100 shares of Tesla here at 375. That'd be the only way to do it. But it'd be, like you said, a gross 600 quick. Especially if it goes up, what does it need to do? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So if it moves up 25 points tomorrow, you've already got $400 of it. So I don't have the money. It's not my $100,000 account doing that. You definitely have to have the account size for that, for sure. For that style of trade. Okay. Well, there you go. Definitely, if you got this account size for it, 370 is that little is where all these wicks are at, so it might be a little supply zone where people are enjoying buying it. And we're still in an uptrend, so I mean, there's a lot of favor in your way. A lot of it may work. Yeah, that's good. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, who else we got? Gray. We got Dada. We got Robert. And I don't know if he. I think Connor's in YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, Tesla obviously is always something to look at. I actually have an alert set for above 51. I probably need to move it up because I think I would like to get in. I think it. Oh, dang. On. Oh. Oh, next week, you think? Have another big sell off again? Especially if it hits 500, but I would definitely love to play it up to 500. I'm gonna have to close this. I don't know what happened. It. I don't know what's going on over here. This thing is tripping. Oh, come on. Let's open another one. Might just have to alt for this bad boy. Oh, there it goes. You said Nova Bank? They're. Which one are they now? Is this the one I'm on? Is this showing it? Can you still see it? Okay. Here, let me. There you go. You were not watching the stream the whole time. That's hilarious. All right. Okay. This you've been shorting this? You said? Yeah. Look. Oh, you've been buying the puts this time? What's your strategy on it? Mm-hmm.
Want macaroni?
So you're just playing the reversals? That's not bad.
Can I ask what the charger is? Baby, you can't take all the charges, baby. You're taking all the charges, baby.
Go.
Don't tell me
There's
to
one
go.
over there
Over where?
on the wall.
It's not there.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you.
That you took it.
No. Oh. That's an interesting one. probably won't play it. I probably wouldn't play it myself. But it's not bad. It don't look horrible by any means. It's definitely doing a lot worse than most of these guys though. We're just seeing a lot of just stair step down. A little bit of a bump last week. Let's go to AMD. Looks like AMD's setting up a little bit here for us. I say on the daily we watch above 80, honestly. 80, 25. There's some pretty. Looks like it actually is breaking that. Let's go a little deeper here. AMD could probably be a pretty safe one now for a little swing because let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, just but big rejection last time and then pulled back, came up back up to a new high day. Risky entry on AMD here if you want to swing it. And then anything above 80, 25, pretty solid. I would definitely, yeah, I'm going to probably post this one. Pretty solid. Where is stocks to watch? AMD. Okay. Risky entry. All right. Wingstop. Nothing. I think we're still, although I think this might show kind of a break, maybe not. I think this is more of like a channel down right now. Probably agree with me, but let's look at the 2 hour. Maybe that'll give me a little clear. Man, that breakdown was rough. Yeah, this could probably just tap and go right back down. It's not. Yeah. Might be actually a better short play here, especially if the market does correct. What's that looking like? This is the comeback, and then it kind of stayed up. Netflix is definitely interesting for a short, especially if the market agrees. Yeah, absolutely. I'll get GLD for you. Like a real nice short, especially if it comes up here and taps, and then we all go down. You could probably get a real nice quick day trade on that. And then along with all of our moving averages seem to be pointing down, at least on the 2 hour. So it'll be interesting. Like buying a put intraday.
Okay, I'm gonna change your diaper too. Your diaper? You need your diaper changed?
Well, I mean, even for me, let's see. I mean, you could buy like if we get up here and we just see an opportunity for it, we could buy. I guess 465. We buy it and just hope for like a $5 move down. Close out. Quick $200. Obviously, that's like perfect if it happened like that, but it's not crazy to think that that could happen. So if we had like we go into our 5 minute here, we see it comes up here, taps it, low 90, we get a little bit of confirmation, and we get in, let's say at 487, and then we close maybe like a 484, get a quick $3.5, $4 move, and we're out. Kind of like this one here. Came up, we got this, so we got a little bit of nastiness. It flagged, and then it came down. Not the smoothest. This would have been a horrible day trade. This would have been having you like struggling 20 minutes before it actually made the move. Ugh. That'd been rough. But yeah, same, just the idea. Yeah. Especially if the market's going down with it. It could do like a real quick $5 push. You get out, take your $200 and be happy. GLD. I don't day trade too often either. It's just the idea. Start with the day. Oh, Lord. Had a little hammer candle on the support that I've had marked forever. I marked this thing back like here. Whenever I've seen that big long. I wouldn't mess with this thing. Definitely don't want to be short gold right now. I think there's too many buyers that are wanting it here in like the 175 range. As you've seen, I mean, 20 million shares bought on the ETF to hold it up. Biggest, it's the most volume that it's had in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a month and a half. It'd be a bad idea to short it here, but you might have a good opportunity to go ahead and get long and pray for a breakout. I don't know. Because it could just sit here and chop too, as you see it's been doing. But if we do have a break, I think it's going to be pretty heavy. And you could be in a play like gold when it breaks, it does it for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You could just been holding through this whole thing because it does not move fast and heavy as it looks like it does. Let's see. Yeah, maybe, maybe. I don't know because the dollar's not as uh, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on my words. No, what's the correlated? There we go. It's not as correlated. Steady. Honestly, man, I would. If you want to be in, you need to be in now. Like tomorrow morning, and you want to do something like November. Like in the money. Maybe like a. Maybe like this somewhere in here. So like somewhere in the something that has some nice open interest, like the 77, the 75, or the right at the money here. Just get you a 60 way out here, 3 months out. Buy this bad boy and set it and forget it. Cause you could hold this for like 3 weeks and still be good. Like even if it doesn't move for 3 weeks, you probably have a chance of maybe losing like 150, but you're gonna have a chance of losing 150 no matter what. I think this is good. I per se wouldn't take this because I don't want to sit and wait on gold. But if you're patient enough, definitely could hold these for quite a long time. And man, if they get in the money, if they get into like these 90 delta range, like if it goes up another 10 points here, if it gets back up in that 195 range especially, jeez, sitting on money. What is that? 15, like $10, $15 move. Let's just say 5. You could easily triple. Yeah, Steady asked about this one. So you could probably easily triple your money if it even hits back in to previous highs, even if you held for 2 weeks. So if like I said, Steady, if you're willing to do something of that nature, I think it's a great trade. I probably wouldn't go anything shorter than 2 months out though. So if you said you had the 180 strike, I don't know where you have that 180 strike, but it needs to be far out because this thing could sit here and not move for the next week, or probably into next week, kind of thing. Anybody got anything else? I'm probably gonna do a couple more. Yeah. Yep. Oh, these. Ugh. ah. Man, it's just they don't. It doesn't have. I think you're wasting your money, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to say that. I'm not gonna make your play for you. I think it's wasting your time because even a $2 move doesn't really give you justice. Maybe a debit spread then. Maybe a debit spread for you if you want to be a little bit shorter term. yeah, like maybe go to the monthly August or October and do one 190, 195, and then buy like 10 of them. And then you're not worried about theta decay no more for the next week and a half. When you do a debit spread, you're hedging your theta when you do these debit spreads. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, right here, like what I'm showing right now. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to be that pushing towards something different, but it it yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this is only $300 for 10 contracts, and if it moves within 2 weeks, you could have a possibility of getting up to 4,000. Like even analyzing, just kind of looking at it, if it can get, damn, it'd be a sick trade. If it gets to 185, you already made $500. I don't know. I'd be. That's what I'm saying, man. Oh, that's why I was. 185 wouldn't be horrible. I mean, you could see it getting to 185 within 3 4 days. All right, so 1 2 3. So it's usually taking like 3 to 4 days to move that $5. Yeah, man. Rough. Good luck. Absolutely. I like shop. Um, this little, because it's kind of breaking here. We just kind of zoom in a little bit. Breaking trend. Come on, trend mark. There we go. Breaking trend. Yeah, it's breaking the downtrend. Yeah. So it's broke out of the. You're fine. I have one as well. Understand. Oh no, absolutely. Like this helps me. So really, I just do it to give out a little bit of free help that I would think. Obviously, like I like to say all the time, I'm not a great trader by any means. So always kind of take my advice with like a grain of salt, of course. But I have some ideas. I have some ideas, and you can kind of just read it and look at it. But I could be whole wrong, and gold can hit 190 tomorrow, and you're like, I'm a damn genius, and you're an idiot. So, right. Shop over. Honestly, this is not bad. I hate playing it into this downtrend. Maybe if we do 1 hour, it doesn't look as bad. Maybe. It definitely held that support. It's held this support really well. It held it really well. Because it's been kind of doing this channel here, and we're at the bottom of it. So it may be okay. And this is the biggest momentum sell off that we've had, but I think it's also due with the market as well. So maybe it wouldn't have been as
Why would you be nice?
uh,
Don't be like Bronny.
as much if
Focus on money.
the market didn't do it, go with it too. But I think everybody is really trying to sell and make some profits here because, man, this market has just been so red hot, bro. Like everything is up 300% if it's in tech or if it's consumer virtual per se. I mean, and you just can't be mad about this. Like even whenever you're seeing these shop down 200, 300 points, my God, though, where it came from. It, I would never say it's dead by any means, but I'm not. I'm worried about playing it. I really thought about getting in Zoom today, and I just couldn't pull. I couldn't pull the trigger. Couldn't pull the trigger. It's it. Yeah, we should have been in. I should have been yesterday. Is what I should have been in. For me. Yeah, man, I would definitely not be playing against this. It's too strong.
Your brother was
I
Bronny.
don't care what market. Like, there is not one time frame that doesn't that says downtrend. Like, even with this, all it literally did was just come back to its 8 moving average after the earnings. It's still an uptrend. This would have been hard to play puts on like that. It would have been you would have been a madman if you could have pulled that one off. Like that would have been an incredible play on your part. Just absolutely incredible. But this could be a great day trade tomorrow. With calls. Yeah, I know. Could it go up higher? Absolutely. Yeah, I honestly, even a break of anything above these highs and then play them into all-time highs and then see what happens. Kind of like close your position or scale out of some of your contracts. I really have. I mean, even I don't have the capacity to do massive day trades like that. But heck, these my God, look at these the weekly calls. $1,400 for an at the money. It's just so you'd have to get out here for this to make sense. The 490s, and then your theta decay is $150 a day. Jeez, you're literally if you're gonna day trade this, if you're not out by 15 minutes, you played it wrong. So that's what to look out for tomorrow
Yeah, he wasn't saying that.
on Zoom. Anything above that, you might be good going long. Can we do by like a jeez? It's gonna be tough to get long these, even for a swing, unless you just really have the capital. If you have the capital, it makes sense. Probably, if I was gonna swing it, I would do like 2 weeks out, and I would just look for a nice debit spread. So something over the highs. What do we do? So even the 500. So let's just do like a. Oh no debit spread. Well, you do either far enough out, and buy like a naked call, far enough out. So if you're gonna do a swing and you're gonna be, you need at least 25 to 40 days. So somewhere in here. And of course, the further out you go, the more premiums in it. And then of course, you gotta go so far out to even for like a $2,000 trade for one contract. It's quite a bit. But if it makes a 10, 20, 30, move, like it did today, you got your 1,000. I mean, you've got your 30%. But then you're just holding. You have to hold, man, because this thing could literally just rip, massive. So I would say this is your best option here. So like a let's see, 500, maybe buy a 550, 525 here. So $5 ain't bad for a 500, 525 strike call. You're only really trying to play it up to the 500. Did I already do that once? I guess I was already looking at it earlier. So the 500 by 550 I was looking at earlier. That's interesting. Yeah, so this is Zoom 5 by 525. So if it makes your, heck, if it even makes like highs, still up 300. Yeah, absolutely. So it definitely needs to make it to that 490 for you to start making profit. So on a debit, yeah, on the swing, and then you're probably only looking to hold it to the end of the week.
Don't be trying to have sex with me when my parents come down here either.
Just set a target. Just set a target. If it hits it, get out. Exactly. Say, hey, we're up here at highs. Let's, I mean, just play either whole numbers like 500 as your target, or something below that as a whole number, like $5 below that, like a 495. And a lot of people like to do. Even I would probably try this. I was doing like a little Fibonacci, high to low. This is a little over exaggerated though. So 560 would be a good profit target, which is, although it sounds crazy, it's not terrible because we're already 3 days in after a break from 380 to 460. So we're up $130 in 3 days. Is that right? No, I cannot count. $70 in 3 days. So if it breaks and it actually takes that volume with it, we could have another, although overextended, easily understandable, another 70-point move into 550 in 2 or 3 days. Same exact thing. So and if it did that and we had that same play on here, and it did that in, what is that? Say 3 days, 1, 2, 3, the 24th. If it hit 550 on the 24th, you got $1,000 profit. But that's assuming that you want to hold that. And honestly, if you hold that long, you could easily hold longer. And if you're willing to go to 550, then you might as well go for a further out short to try to take more profit in. So going out another 25 points, taking in $300 or adding $300 of capital to that same trade. Do the 500, 550 for $8.85, and going for that 550 by Thursday. $2,000 trade. Nope, 2 weeks out. Right? Yeah, 2 weeks out. And this is a debit spread, so theta decay is vastly different. You're only getting, let's see, what's the yield? It's not, I guess I don't have it on here. Where? On what? Oh, the weekly. Yeah, the weekly trade on Zoom. Yeah, just no, just whatever fits your capital strategy. So if you can spend $800 on a single contract, then absolutely do it, and then play for that $5, get out. Or the same way with anything. So if you can only spend $300-400 on a contract, then you buy the $400 contract within 15 minutes, get the heck out. So if it moves up 5 points, get your $80, get out. Be cool with that. And then of course, like, you just play the delta. So if you bought a 25 delta and it moves $4, then you got your $100. So delta's just that times the move. So the times per dollar. That's the quickest way to do it. So I'm getting $25 per dollar move that the underlying goes. So if I expect it to go $3, once I hit $75 of profit, it's time to go. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see. Okay, any ideas on what is that? RGR? Obviously, no. Apparently not. I also want to make sure that whenever people are listening to me, I tend to stick with what I know and going along. So I'm very long biased. So I'm almost always looking for uptrends. If I'm playing the short side, it's gonna be something like this, like the big names that I know, like a Netflix. I might do a short play on this, but it's gonna be like a 1 or 2 day thing, and I'm mostly looking for upside. SWBI. What is Smith and Wesson? I wonder why they're down. It's interesting. I guess I probably have to look more into it. Why their sales are down, or at least their from an analyst 20 to 24 maintain neutral. I mean, they just may not be doing that great. Yes, I mean, it had big push into protester time, and then just literally just basically sold it right back off. That's big money coming out. Big money in, and then just blah blah. Yeah, just man. I don't see this being anything but selling. $5 stock got to 25, so it 500%ed and then literally just sold off. Hey, baby. Yeah, I know. See, Steady, you're not the only one. Oh, yeah. Our baby was born on the 26th. Yeah, or no. She's 2. Yeah, 26th of August. There you go. So you beat me, but you beat Ava was a day old, or almost a day away from being 2 full years older than yours. Girl or boy? Oh, daughter. Here you go. Yeah. did you notice like an increase in prices of guns? Was that just a normal thing? Just like during the scare, because it seems like, man, you don't like to see it literally just fade off of these massive highs. Like even I wouldn't even buy the equity in this thing. Ammo. Well, that's just shortage. I think it's just supply and demand. I mean, nobody expected it, and then everybody wants it on the retail side. But I think gun sales in general are not nearly as heavy on the retail side as we may think that it is. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't play anything. It doesn't. It just don't look good. Even if it risks back up, it'd be hard to even pinpoint an entry point. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. But do they do ammo as well? What are the odds that we have a civil war? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the fundamentals behind this. I think it looks to me like they just took advantage of the normal person, made a ton of money, and now they're selling off their stock. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. Right. I mean, even if there was a shortage of ammo or whatever, and now you're saying that they're charging people 2 times as much money for the same thing. Yeah, that's just quick profits, bro. And hasn't it always been like that, anyways? Like, just kind of in general? Wow. That's unfortunate. That could be a good way of looking at it. Like some sort of commodities play with it. Um, yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's not going nowhere. That's for sure. But I think that whatever is happening, I think it's just quick profits, and I don't think there's anything else to be made there. Oh, what would it like? Is it copper as well? Is copper uh, in ammunition a lot, or am I wrong? Just lead? It could. Is it just lead? Where the heck? Gold. There we go. So let's see what this looks like. There you go. Hey, there you go. Look at these copper futures. This could be interesting. Obviously, but you could do a play off this. This is a nice trend. Yeah, I was trying to help Med find a sympathy play on his gun idea here. And also, I think when you trade options on commodities, it's not. Bless you. Where is not available? Well, maybe. Well, Thinkorswim, or maybe even TD Ameritrade in general don't offer options on it. Maybe just don't have options on it. I could be wrong. I was trying there. I made a valiant attempt at it. Let's try it. I spent way too much time on this. I sure have way too much time on this. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go away from this, and I'm gonna move on. So I spent way too much time on that because I was curious, and then I got lost in it. Nvidia. I love Nvidia. I have played Nvidia and Netflix so well this year. Netflix, Amazon, Google, Roku. Yeah. Nvidia. Netflix has just been wonderful for me this year. Nvidia is a really good flag play almost every time. Like you can see it, flag beyond, flag go. We might see it again here whenever we get some more momentum going. I think we're just waiting on a lot of the market really just to kind of get some grounding again. I think I'll just kind of set some alerts. I don't really see any plays necessarily. I think it's contesting now with like Intel and all that, but it's just a little different too because it started out with like graphics, mostly like a graphics processing chip, but then it's been like really slowly working its way into other sources. But it's just one of the better ones out there. It's the most stable. Kind of like AMD at one point was just not stable, and but it was like the cheaper option for the same speed, but not as much stability and longevity. So that's why AMD was so crappy for the longest time. And then AMD, as everybody knows, has been just absolutely on a tear because it's just getting so many good. Like yeah, so it's 400% in not a year yet. So, but everything is, of course. But at the same time, it itself has been taking a lot of market share away from the different chip makers. What was the other one? Like Micron has been doing just like nothing. Poor thing. Like and that'll like you immediately look at something like Micron, and you go, if every other company is like 300% during COVID, what are they doing wrong? I don't know what has happened. Oh, that's a 200 line. I don't know what I was over here tripping. is nighttime. So I think those are a couple good plays. I was actually trying to get a little bit of groundwork in on the YouTube channel and actually looking at starting a $5,000 accountability account kind of deal, because I can. And instead of saying challenge or whatever, I'm probably gonna have to do challenge just to kind of keep the clickbait alive and well. But what my plan is to like start a strategy, write some content about like how to build strategy, and not only the strategy just on what are you trading, but also like how to grow an account correctly, per se. Like kind of like more or less risk management. That's a good way of putting it. So risk management as a strategy, and then trading in general as a strategy as far as technical analysis go, and just kind of setting up a strategy in that way, and then just like talking through it and then living it in general. So having it out there in the world and as not only my own accountability, but hopefully it helps somebody else at the same time. So that's kind of my plan. I haven't got anything going yet. I've got a whole bunch of things written down. But I think that's my next big thing for this week. I'm probably looking at maybe making about 4 videos this week. Oh, and also what's going to be cool about that $5,000 strategy thing or account challenge is that I'm going to be posting daily on YouTube, and maybe like a 2-3 minute clip, me just talking about the day. What happened? Did I trade anything? Did I not trade anything? Did I just sit and look? You know, kind of my thought process on the day. And I don't think there's anybody else out there that's doing that. Like really just like grinding out an account and putting it out there and showing that day by day thing. You know, every once in a while you get somebody on Instagram or whatever showing their account or loss, profit, whatever. But really like digging into like the psychology of it all as well in your day and kind of being real about it. So I think that's gonna be something really good. Just trying to grow in that way, and then of course make money, hopefully in the long run. But I'm gonna go. But we got a lot of good talk in. Probably not as much analysis in as we wanted. Yeah, I do. Oh, you're kind of cutting out. Yeah, no problem, Robert. Not a problem at all. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So that's gonna go into the technical analysis. So the plan is to have like content revolved around. So I want to make one video of the challenge itself, and then like the top 4 reasons or top 4 things you need for the account, and then like breaking down each one. So the risk management, of course, like how I'm gonna trade, how much money, capital, blah blah blah. The technical analysis part. And instead of saying, here's technical analysis that you can use or whatever, that, you know, a lot of people make content about just random stuff. Like, oh, here's how I use Bollinger Band. Well, I'm going to say, here's what I am using and why. And then, so that'll be the technical part. And then I'm also want to do like another portion on the psychology behind it all. Like just like kind of keeping a mind, good cool head, and then along with that, I think is going to be like the accountability piece, which will be the Discord channel, and people like yourself and other guys to keeping you accountable, so that you don't just break all of your rules. So so all of them have like, and I'm going to say all, each of them have their own weight. Like one's more important than the other. Of course, you need to know how to trade, and you got to be able to do like good risk management with your cash. But if you can't keep the psychology there, which is only probably the 10% of it, and you blow an entry or blow an exit, then how they actually play into each other. So I'm really trying to think it out pretty thoroughly. Okay, but yes, we're definitely gonna go over that, all of it, because typically speaking, once you find your niche, it's about execution, and then you start turning it around from risk management and trade strategy as like the 80-20 rule, whatever. It's gonna flip around where 20% of it's really gonna be just the execution and the risk management and the doing your charting, and then the 80% is going to be psychology and can you keep yourself. I'm definitely going to talk about it. Yeah, keeping yourself. Yes, yeah. So it's funny because at the very beginning, it's all about building a strategy. It's all about making sure that you don't blow up your account by taking a trade. Like a $5,000 challenge. Why would I put $5,000 into one trade? Tip, because people do that and they hit a big winner. Let's say you got into Tesla for $5,000 and you made 13,000. Now you're at a $13,000 account. You're like, well, let's do it again. Yep. So it wasn't psychology that wasn't on in your favor there. So like psychology was like 5-10% of your deal. It was just like you now had to find a clear cut thing of how you work, and you be mechanical with it, and then from that point everything flips, and then you got to go into not over trading. Then you got to get into being okay with taking a loss, and then you got to be with, okay, I took profit, but that time did I took profits too early, I'm going to hold my next trade a little bit longer. And so it flips on itself. So it's no longer that risk management part. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna really dive deep into that. I just gotta really plot it out and kind of maybe even make a little PowerPoint. I really hate PowerPoints and YouTube videos, but I want to do it anyways. Right. I just want to make it as simple as possible because the editing just I don't want to take more than 15 minutes to edit a video. Right now I'm making a video. I literally make those in like maybe 10 minutes. I just yeah. I appreciate you coming out, man, and keeping it going, keeping us all rolling, and Gray as well. And we will see you guys the next time. I doubt I'm gonna do another live stream until probably next Monday again, and just got crap going on. Plus, I should be beginning work as well, so that's why I also wanted to slow down that and do the accountability challenge, because I was doing really risky, dude. I started it with 2,000, got it to right at like 9.5, and now we're and I pulled out that same 2,000, and I've lost 2,000 since then. And then that's why I'm, in essence, that's where we're starting with 5,000. But this time it's going to be less risky. I'm not going to be doing nearly as much holding overnight. Not I'll do the same amount of holding overnight, just not the same capital. Like I might have been holding like 90% of my capital overnight, which I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that now, which is fine. I mean, I'm okay with it, but if I'm starting my work, then it is really difficult to watch the trades, and I won't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's why I think that's why I'm gonna be. Hopefully, I can do the blowing up on YouTube, just being real, just being that average guy. Um, Hopefully. Mm-hmm. That's good. Hey, here's what you do. Here's what you do. Go there, take out 1,000, and go and buy something. No, I'm not even kidding. Not kidding. Get there, take out 1,000, and go and buy something. Yeah, it's nice to see that the money is something. You know what I mean? But yeah, we can talk on it. We can talk about it off stream or whatever. But also the other side of it is me trying to like teach people as well. So I don't know if you've seen it. I talked to you about it, but the mentoring and the teaching as well, setting up the strategy, and really basically a one-on-one with what I'm going to do with the YouTube thing is I'm only charging $65 for an hour, and then or for 2 hours for 100, and then we basically doing what I'm going to do on YouTube that would probably take somebody a couple days to actually go through, but doing it that little bit of time. That's kind of the idea as well, kind of setting up for that little bit of that mentoring and teaching as well. So maybe we can talk about that too. I'm gonna stop the stream. Give me a second here.